boys and girls. It's time for Jerry's Outdoor Show. Heard exclusively right here on AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC, the voice of Muscatine. Powered by Indian Creek Lure Company, the Sicilian Pizzeria, Mitchell Arms and Ammo, Pierce Custom Rods, Tailwater Marine, Deaf Guy Taxidermy, and RB's Outback Bait and Tackle. Like Jerry's Outdoor Show on Facebook. Jerry, our rods and reels are ready. Let's go fishing.
All right, it is a gorgeous Friday morning out there, and you're listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show. How y'all doing out there? I think you'll find today it'll probably be a little bit better day to go fishing, humidity-wise, compared to the last couple. Wouldn't you say, Lonnie?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you were had a little bit of strep throat, you said, earlier this week.
I'm on the downhill side of it now.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good and getting better all the time.
There you go.
I was just wondering, I see Randy isn't here yet.
You know,
you don't think a gator got him, do you?
No, I'm not my brewer's keeper. He is where he is. He probably thinks today's Thursday or Friday. He's probably down setting up for the fish fry thinking it's Saturday.
I have no idea what day of the week it is.
Right, exactly. So we're joined here with my good friend Lonnie Ford and my good friend Wes Jordan, who just got back from a fantastic vacation fishing, quote-unquote, fishing trip.
Beautiful.
And there he is. There he is.
Better late than never.
So how was it now? You took your daughter out to Indiana.
Yeah, we went to Indiana Beach.
Uh-huh.
And she caught her first bluegill.
Yeah.
I was a proud papa.
You were a proud papa.
I was.
I was proud of you, too.
Did I show you the picture?
Yeah.
She wanted to touch it.
Yeah.
So I'd say, well, here you go. And she'd go and get right up to it. And then, nope, I don't want to touch it. No, I want to touch it. No, I don't want to touch it. She's 6. I mean, come on.
Yeah. It's awesome. So where you were at a pretty sweet location from the pictures. You had fishing docks and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you said what was a little bit beneficial to it. Lonnie will know something about this, but you said there was an automatic feeder.
Yep, it would go off at 7:30 in the morning and 7:30 at night. And when it went off, the carp, it's like somebody rang the dinner bell, and I was actually fishing for some bluegill because we were trying to get some little ones for bait, and so I had my pole in the water, and about 7:30 that thing went off, and next thing I know, I've got at least a 20-pound carp on the line.
They were
like this big around, I swear to God. They were like that.
Then the bull starts to fly.
Yeah, it's 10 inches, but it weighs 20 pounds.
Yeah.
So,
but they went under. The fish food was kind of floating upstream a little bit, so it went underneath the boathouse. And I had what felt like, and the guy that was with me said that feels like 20 pounds. And it went underneath.
That's called a low outboard boat.
It went underneath the boathouse.
Yeah.
And took the line and snapped it. Yeah.
Oh, it snapped.
They were coming right up on the where we had the wave runners parked. Mm-hmm. They were coming right up on the wave runner dock, up out of the water and slithering up to get the food, and then slithering back down into the water. Yeah, I was like, "What is going on here?"
Yeah, I have a boat dock also, and I've got 3 grandkids under the age of 10, and you talk, that's the first thing they want to do. It don't only last maybe 10 minutes.
Yep.
But, boy, the first thing they want to do, they want to go down there and look at the fish and catch 1 or 2, and then they're good for a while.
Right. Awesome, though, that you took your daughter out. And you finally, because we talked about it. We just haven't got together yet.
Nope.
About taking your daughter out. But your daughter is into fishing. Yeah, that is an awesome pick. Now you just have to set aside 30% of your disposable income towards fishing gear. Go down and see my good friend Nigel Phelps down there at Tailwater Marine. We'll get you set up with a boat and all that other stuff. And welcome to it, brother. Now, you said you were out in Indiana and you're catching smaller bluegill for bait now.
Uh-huh.
Are they legal for bait out there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they're legal for bait. The only thing that you can't do in Indiana that you can do in Iowa is purchase alcohol on Sunday. I found that out when I walked in.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
You're supposed to go to church on Sundays.
Yeah, that's what Sundays are for, going to church. And when you're standing in Walmart with a thing of worms because the kids want to go fishing again, and you got a 6-pack of Bud, well, you got to put the 6-pack of Bud back.
Wow. Well, I hardly.
Get your bait the day before.
Right. Get your beer the day before.
Did I say bait?
Yeah. You can buy bait on Sundays, no problem with
Bait,
that.
beer, what's the difference,
There
right?
you go.
BB.
They go hand in hand.
A little BB.
And joining us a little later, or a little late this morning, was our good friend Randy Brewer. He's here. How you
I'm
doing?
right on time.
Right on time.
1 minute late. Right on time.
Round 10.
I got fish fry on my mind.
Yeah,
Fish
same
fry,
here, brother.
Fish fry.
Oh, yeah, speaking of fish fries, let me show you something here. I don't know if you saw this yesterday or not, but let me show you.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Sunburnt. Oh, boy.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Yeah, slap him on the back. He
Jerry,
was
you
out
do
there.
a great job.
He was out
I
there
don't
all
know if
day.
that classifies me as a redneck, but I'm a redback, brother.
Yes, you are.
Oh, my goodness.
He was out there all day.
I
The
was out
redneck
there
that
all
just
day.
keeps going.
You smart enough to leave your shirt on?
No, it was on. And then I said, it's been about 10 minutes. It's been about 15 minutes. I better
Yeah.
put that shirt back. It's been about. I'm burnt now. You know what? I worked construction for you. My wife about cried when I came home. She goes, "Oh my! Oh, we got." I said, "Dear, back in my 20s, I did roughs and all that, and I do the thing, and I know all about skin cancer and everything out there."
She'll let you know.
Right, exactly. So one good burn. I took a shower. She spread some aloe vera on. I'm fine. You know, that's just years and
lucky
years of
dog.
abusing my body. I'll be as tan as Randy Brewer tomorrow with it. That's right.
Ain't nobody rubs stuff on me.
Unless it's shad guts.
Yeah, they do that.
So anyway, yeah, we've got fish fry fever. Let me tell you, for you folks out there that might have heard the ad, let's fix the radio ad right now.
That's what happens when I'm on vacation.
There you go. So let's go ahead and fix that ad right now, Wes.
All you Jerry's Outdoor Show listeners, Jerry and his crew would like to invite you to the VFW at 1415 Grandview in Muscatine this Saturday, June 18th,
There you
starting
go.
at 4 p.m. for all-you-can-eat $5 a clean plate fish fry. This is your chance to come out and meet the cast and crew from Jerry's Outdoor Show. By the way, Brewer, that's 4 p.m., not 4 a.m.,
Yeah.
4 p.m.
I'll be there about 2 getting stuff ready.
Okay, all right.
So if
Entertainment.
I'm late, it won't. You won't know it.
He'll be there. Entertainment will be provided by Hermit Longhorn and the Port Louisa Trio. So grab the family,
And
the
that's a
children.
big treat in itself.
It is. The kids are welcome, and come on down to the VFW this Saturday, June.
Yes.
There's another one right there. June 18th
Right.
at 4 p.m.
Yes, very, very, very kid welcome too.
Right, yep. Yeah, I've had a
Bring-
lot of
bring
calls.
the kids.
Yeah,
Let them
that-
know what you're catching.
Right, I've had a lot of calls from a lot of people. They want to come down and they want to bring their kids, and kids are
yeah.
welcome. We will try to keep it PG rated as much
Well,
as
you'll have
possible.
Brewer there.
But remember, this is a bar, and the BFW. Which, first of all, I got to take my hat off to Randy's dad. He pretty much runs the joint down there with other people, and they have gone out of their way, and we were all prepared to bring our own fish fryers and stuff like that. And forgive me, I don't know the sweet lady's name that runs the kitchen there. And anyway, she said,
Welcome to it.
welcome to it, and this and that, and they've just gone out of their way, and I appreciate that.
'Cause we're going to have a lot of fillets, crappies, bluegills, a lot of bluegill.
Yeah,
So using their fryer plus our
right,
fryer
right,
for the whole catfish
Right.
and flathead,
yep.
it's going to work out pretty good.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, and like I said, I have no idea. There could be 4 people. There could be 4,000 people show up. I have no idea. This is a
We've
test
got
run.
fish ready for it.
We
though.
got fish ready for it. This is a test run that we're going to do, and if this turns out to be a good deal,
If you folks like it.
if you people like it, and I'm going to guarantee you what, you might not like the fish, but you're going to love Hermit Longhorn.
No, wait a minute. It's the other way around. You're going to love the fish, and we'll see what Hermit does.
No, I stopped in Tuesday night. Hermit and the boys, all of his relations, invited me up there to sit in on band practice. I'm
Is
going
that
to
kind of
tell
like a moonshine camp?
kinda.
That's what I thought.
There's Kitch and there's Skeeter and just all sorts of guys. Anyway, I stopped in there Tuesday night to sit in on their band practice, and let me tell you what, this is going to be their debut and those boys can play.
Did you sing?
Huh?
Did you sing?
I sang backups on the one, but these boys can play. So you folks are going to be in for a show. This will be their debut. They already have another gig booked down towards Wapello. These are going to be an up-and-coming band, and they're good. They're going to be hot. I'm going to tell you, it's going to be hot. So you don't want to miss it. That's Saturday starting at 4 o'clock, and it'll go till I don't know whenever. And speaking about going on...
Well, the food is actually from 4 to 7.
Right. Well, food's going to go from...
Right.
The food starts at 4 until it's gone. It's gone. Okay, and then the band's going to start up at 7. We'll be doing some interaction in between. We'll have the, like Santa Claus, we'll have the little spot where you can take a selfie with Randy Brewer.
Yeah.
And all that. And Lonnie will be signing autographs.
Man, now I wish I was going.
You should.
Cameras with no flash, though. I don't want no feedback off the
Off the Chrome Dome
up there.
No flash photography allowed per Randy Brewer. But, you know, we've worked hard at it. In fact... last Saturday was a long Saturday. I got down to Brewers about, I don't know, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever. Fished all day getting the bait. And let me tell you about how Randy does diddy poles or dilly poles or whatever you want to call them. It's kind of like fishing with Sacagawea. Him and Trevor, who was a big help, your son-in-law Trevor.
Yeah, soon to be.
William's mom will say.
You know, I'm getting older, and I ain't done it in like 8, 9, 10 years, and I want the boys to learn how to do it. And so I took them out, and I set them right up on top of them like I used to do, the holes. Mm-hmm. And him pushing them down in the mud for me was a blessing.
Well, let's talk about your poles. Now, I know me and Lion, we talked about using rebar, and we talked about using PVC, but you, like I said, like fishing with Sacagawea, you actually guys went out there while I was getting all the bait.
Right.
You guys went out there, chopped down the willow branches.
Right.
To use for diddy poles.
Yep. I still believe in the way they slowly set the hook. The fish don't know. Mm-hmm. Versus re-rod or plastic.
Right.
But
and they worked well.
And 10-foot poles.
Yep.
And they lay down nice. We picked up 4 fish.
Mm-hmm. And then you have to go out into the area to chop them down.
Yeah, I got a favorite island, and it's been there since I moved. I used to be down New Boston Pool, and I fished all of that. And then I moved up to this pool, and I had to find me another willow island, and there's one right across from Hidden Acres. Works great. So yeah, it's a lot of work. It took us all day to go get them, and then of course we had to rig them up.
Right.
And it ain't just a string on the end of it.
Right.
Because I run them all the way down the pole.
Yep.
We tie off to the roots too. So we got 3 chances of getting the fish, or he's got 3 chances to get off.
Right.
But if you run them, and that's what Jerry was starting to say was, when did we quit?
The sky started turning purple and light blue.
And that's right.
By the time I left at 5:30. Yeah, 5:30 in the morning. You guys have one more run. You guys were going to go out there and run them one more time. It was like 5:30. And I spent all day Saturday out there in your little 8-foot boat.
My little 2-man boat.
Getting the bluegills. And, so that was a long day. And then I think I came in once to get some more cigarettes and some more Powerade. Or what I'm contractually obligated to mention Powerade.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Thank you, baby Jesus, for Powerade and the new Blueberry Crush coming out earlier this summer. But anyway, so we went out and we ran them all night long. And like I said, it started getting purplish and blue. And it's something about watching the sunset and come back up in an entire day, which I haven't done in a long time. And let me tell you what, brother, that was a long car ride from the Outback down in the river bottoms to Wilton. You get about to that Moscow blacktop and that sun's shining in your face. It's like, I'm tired. But I went home and I slept like 2 hours. Because that was Sunday. I was like, I can only sleep 2 hours, because if I try to sleep 8 hours, then it's just going to wreck you for the rest of the week. So basically, I love fishing all night long, But that next day, boy, you're just a zombie. I got like
You're
2
worthless.
hours. Yeah, worthless. You couldn't even, but like I said, I slept 2 hours and got up because I knew if I didn't get up, so the rest of the day you're like, you know. But it was a fantastic time, and it was fun taking Trevor out because this was basically his first time.
Yeah,
his
first time. Yeah.
So he learned a lot. I mean, he
learned a lot.
The poor boy was up there running the lines of that. You got Brewer talking. I'm talking. No, there ain't no fish on there. Look at where it's set. Go get the next one coming up. No, hook it this way. But he had a fun time.
And I learned something about him was, of course, you get the water snakes come in the boat.
Yes.
So he gets up and he's stomping all over that poor snake. And he finally gets it to where he can throw it back out of the boat. We didn't get up 3 more lines, I think it was. And here come another one. He gets up going stomping at it. That snake didn't want no part of him. It went right back out the boat on its own.
See, and that's the thing. Good thing for Trevor doesn't have the conceal and carry thing, or else
He
there would have.
does. He does.
Oh, he does, and he didn't bring it.
No, I told him leave it at home.
You would have had 18 holes in the bottom
You're
of your boat.
right. You're right.
But in Trevor's defense,
I guess big guys like that are, it's either spiders or snakes.
I don't know. Maybe we should take Lyle. Are you scared of snakes?
Not if I see them first.
There's your
I'm
answer.
not a fan of snakes.
There's your answer. But in Trevor's defense, the way that Randy runs lines, see, usually like he'll put them on the high bank situation. Okay, so to get to that with that water that's rushing down, you got to kind of ram the bow of the boat into the bank so you can turn around and things tend to fall off. Your poor trolling motor.
Yeah.
He got a bow mount trolling motor. I don't think anything's going to be worth it.
Well, see, normally we take it off, but somebody put the Allen screw back in, which I think that might have been me, but we couldn't get the Allen screw out to get that off. I've got a quick release on there. And yeah, you got to get in there easier because that trolling motor was taking a beating. But that's a Minn Kota tough.
Yeah, it's tough wood.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
They were all tough out
It'll be
there.
all right.
But the thing is, a lot of these spots that we were putting them were, I mean, Randy couldn't have picked a better, more picturesque, ideal diddy pole
That's
spot.
99.9 of it is.
And there was
where
a
you
couple.
put
There
it.
was a couple spots. I don't mind telling you, were a little hairy.
We needed a smaller boat.
You get in there, it's like I think I remember when we were sitting there. There was a
There it
was
is.
a log. There it is. So we got in there. It was fun. It was a fantastic time. But the only other thing I have is like we're running back is the Asian carp. Now, if you think Asian carp jumping out at you during the day is bad, a pitch black river is like there. Oh,
Right.
yeah. So
They're out there.
oh yeah, they are out there. So anyway, that was a good time, and
We did end up with about 38 pounds of meat off of 3 of those.
well,
They were, on the small side, but we talked to another boat the night before. All he
Right.
could get was small ones
Right.
too. But the river was coming up,
right,
and it was actually starting to hit the grass,
right.
which everything wants to get into that grass,
Yep.
and
Yep.
all your catfish
Yep.
are eating up them worms.
Well, we actually would have had a little more if you wouldn't have tossed the first one.
The very first
Oh,
one, I threw.
Hey, that's too small.
It was about 18, but it wasn't 20.
Right. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Seriously, what the hell is wrong with you? There'll be more. There'll be more. So I don't know if he was like making a sacrifice to the fish gods or whatever.
That was the very first one, the very first one we checked.
Yeah. But it was.
It looked like it was going to be a real good night for big ones, and
Yeah.
no, we just the small ones,
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
under 20.
Right. So it was a blast. I recommend doing it. Randy's all hollering all night long as we're running. This is fun. I haven't done this in 4 years. I'm having a blast.
9 years.
Poor,
But you got to get me out there. I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
it. I just
poor Trevor's
lost
grabbing
the time
on
to get out there.
that chrome rail you got on the side of your boat's got his knuckle imprints and it from grabbing.
Yeah, he doesn't like. I still, I can't run with lights because I can't see.
Follow the light.
Yeah,
Follow
I
the
told
light.
him, you just follow the light of the moon.
What he
When
means
the
by
moon's
the
gone.
What he means by that, folks, is when you're running up that dark channel there, you're going to see the shadow line of the trees getting casted on the water.
Right.
And you kind of follow. Now that we're going to heaven and follow that light, I know Trevor thought we was a couple times.
Yeah, I guess he got a little nervous. I heard from the backwash. He got home and told my daughter, it says, he ain't right. He only had 3 beers, so I know it wasn't alcohol doing it.
It wasn't the fact that we were running so fast that was bad, but every time you put the front end of that boat up into that sandy bank, and then we'd take off like all hell's broke loose to the next line, that's kind of like taking a bath in a sandblaster.
Yeah, sandblast.
When you're sitting in the back, like, bam, 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 bam. Well, we got to get going.
Well, we used to keep a bucket so we could throw water on that to keep that from happening. But like I said, it's been a while,
Right.
and I got a windshield, so I wasn't
No, you
worried
weren't
about
concerned
it.
at all.
And you and Trevor had
Yeah.
pretty much sandblasted.
Yeah, that's all right. That's okay. But
What a
we
blast.
did find your mouse, so we found your mouse in your boat.
Oh yeah. We found a friend. He kept running
Yep,
around.
he just kept popping right up.
Yeah.
It was like, well, that's a
Hey,
guy's
he chewed last winter. He chewed the cork off of one of my $180 rods. But he's a friendly little guy. He's costly.
Yep, absolutely. So, hey, we're going to slide a commercial break, and we're going to be right back with more Jerry's Outdoor Show. Hey, don't you go anywhere. We've got more of Jerry's Outdoor Show.
No man alive likes to be called high-smelling and low down.
Right here on KWPC AM 860 and FM 95.1.
She said, hello, my name is Bobby Joe. Meet my twin sister, Betty Lou.
That's a spicy meatball.
The Sicilian Pizzeria in Wilton is now serving domestic and import beer plus wine that complement all the great dishes prepared by owner and our friend Gary Brown. The Sicilian brings you the taste of New York Sicilian-style pizza plus Chicago favorites like Italian beef, meatball, and many more delicious authentic sandwiches. Really hungry? Order a Chicago-style stuffed pizza. Mouth-watering good. It's the Sicilian Pizzeria, 912 West 5th Street in Wilton. Call and place your order with Gary today at 563-732-9396. Satisfy your taste buds with the Sicilian.
The place where he was born and raised.
Sounds like a place to fish or baiting down at the bottoms. This is Randy Brewer from the Outback Bait and Tackle Shop. When you're ready to go fishing, to hit the river and local fishing holes, come and see me. I've been fishing our local areas for over 40 years. I'll be able to set you up with the right bait and tackle for our fishing holes in the area. I'll even throw in some of my experienced fishing advice. So before you head out to your fishing hole, come see me at the RB's Outback Bait and Tackle, located 16114 County Road X61 here in Muscatine. Call me at 563-506-0490. Sign says 9 to 5. Call anytime after. We'll get your bait.
Are you looking for a reliable taxidermist who does superior work? Here's taxidermist Shannon Spooner telling you in sign language why he's the best around. Oh, we forgot to mention, he's deaf. Deaf Guy Taxidermy in Clinton mounts every type of game imaginable, from deer and coyotes, fish and ducks, you name it, he can mount it. Text him, please. Don't call 563-613-4411 or send him an email to deafguytaxidermy@icloud.com. Deaf Guy Taxidermy, proud sponsor of Jerry's Outdoor Show. Listen on KWPC Friday mornings at 10 a.m. Shannon wishes he could.
Listen up! You're going to want to sharpen your pencil and take some notes. It's time for your fishing report, brought to you by MuscatineTVChannel.com, where you can catch the video replay of this broadcast. Not on cable, not on satellite, but always on. It's Web TV, MuscatineTVChannel.com.
Big Hollow Lake.
Bluegill, good. The bluegills are biting caught in shallow water in the flooded timber as well as around the jetties. Worm and bobber or small jigs tipped with a worm or waxworm seem to work the best.
Coralville Reservoir.
Black crappie, slow. Try steeper banks off the offshore brush. Channel catfish are rated as good. Fish are moving to shallow rock for spawn. Pitch jigs or live bait along the rocks. The lake is now at a summer pool of 683. Walleye are slow. A few fish are being caught on crankbaits and jigs. White crappie, slow. Try the steeper banks and offshore brush.
Diamond Lake.
Black crappie are slow. Crappie fishing is slowed as the fish have pulled off the bank. Try around brush piles or suspended in open water. Bluegill. Fair. Fish are being caught on worms and small jig. Look for fish in small pockets as they are spawning now. Channel catfish are good. Stinkbait and chicken livers have been producing the best. Remember, no minnows are allowed here.
Iowa Lake.
The river is still holding a little higher than normal for this time of year. I would expect it to rise a little bit more later this week as the rains from northern Iowa start making their way down the channel. Channel catfish are rated as good. Catfish are hanging around the upper ends of the log jams and cut banks, especially the males, who are guarding the nest and the young. Lake Belvedere. Bluegill are good. Bluegill fishing is fairly good in the early morning, but seems to really slow down after 10 a.m. Channel catfish are rated as good also. Catfish are hiding around the rock and shorelines and on the mounds.
Lake Darling.
The water temperature has climbed to 84 degrees with hot weather. Bluegill are good. Bluegill fishing remains very good, although anglers are picking up more bluegills out of a little deeper water around the habitats as the bluegill finish up their spawning activities in shallow water. Black crappie are rated as fair. There are still plenty of smaller crappies in shallow water feeding on small fry, but it seems that the larger fish have moved out to their summer haunts in the deeper water. Largemouth bass are also rated as good. There are still some nice bass working the shallows in the early morning hours and just before dark. Work the rock piles and brush piles in deeper water later in the morning.
Lake Geode.
Bluegill are good. The bluegills are moving in and out of the beds fast. Water temps in the 80s means it doesn't take very long for the eggs to hatch and the fry to swim off. I would work the edges of the water by the willow beds that are near deeper water. Channel catfish is good. Catfishing remains pretty good. Look for them along the face of the dam and around brush piles.
Lake McBride.
The curly leaf pondweed vegetation is dying off and there's a big algae bloom occurring. The water is very green and clarity is less than 2 feet. And remember, the lake has a 10 horsepower maximum at less than 5 miles per hour in effect. Black crappie are slow. Look for fish on deeper brush. Channel catfish are rated as good. Stinkbait and worms are getting the job done. Best reports are coming from east of the causeway. Largemouth bass are fair. Look for fish around shallow rock and wood. Some fish on the beds, and some are done spawning. Walleye are fair. Anglers are trolling spinner rigs and crankbaits are having some success. Most fish are between 13 and 18 inches. Some fish are also being caught with jig and crawler combination.
Lake Odessa.
Bluegill are good. Sandy shoreline plus tree falls equal bluegills. Good numbers of 8+ inch bluegills are on the beds down at the lower end of Odessa. White bass are fair. Some nice white bass are being caught in Odessa right now. You just have to locate the school first. I would start looking for fish chasing shad out of the water downstream of Sand Run near or after sunset. Catfish are good. Lots of nice-sized catfish can be found near any of the riprap from Snively on down to the outlet. I think a nice piece of chicken liver or stinkbait would coax them out of the rocks pretty easily.
Lake Saguma.
Black crappie. They're fair. Use jigs and minnow combinations. Target areas about 4 to 8 feet of water. Try different colors and different depths until finding active fish. Largemouth bass are rated as fair. Jig and pig combos are working really good right now. 12 to 16 inch bass must be released immediately. Walleye are fair. Use a jig tipped with minnow or crawler along the dam or other riprap shorelines. Minnows fished under a bobber can also be productive.
Lost Grove Lake.
Bluegill are good. Bluegill fishing is good, and with most of the fish being shallow on the beds. With forecasted continuation of hot weather, if I couldn't find them on the beds, I would look for them to be moved off into deeper water out of the flooded timber.
Mississippi River Pool 16.
Channel catfish are rated as fair. Try channel catfish along areas with riprap floating crawlers or leech under a bobber. Using dip baits fished above snags alongside to the channels and the main channel can work too. The tailwater stage at Lock and Dam 15 is 11 3/4 feet and rising. Tailwater stage is forecasted to meet 12.5 by Friday. Walleye are also fair in Pool 16. Some walleyes are being caught up in Sylvan Slough.
Mississippi River Pool 17.
Tailwater stage at Lock and Dam Muscatine is 10.28 feet and rising. Tailwater stage is forecasted to reach 11.4.
Get out there and enjoy the great outdoors that Iowa has to offer.
You know, we're talking here on break, and Wes is kind of regaled with our little stories that we're telling about fishing, and he keeps saying, "You guys need a GoPro. You need these GoPro cameras on your boat."
Uh-huh.
If we did that, then nothing interesting would ever happen again.
Well, didn't you record part of that first fish? Or?
Yeah, I put that on Facebook, and everybody went nuts. That's Randy Brewer. That's
I
Randy
haven't
Brewer.
even seen it.
Well, you're not a big Facebook guy.
No.
I usually have to tag your kids and your wife if I want you to see something.
Right.
Because if you tag Brewer on it, which is like his tag is Arby's Outback Brewer, something like that. So, and then he's got a flip phone from 1992. But other than that, but speaking of things on Facebook, I stopped out to see my good buddy Lonnie Ford out there, which he lives out there by Hinkeyville. He's got that little place.
This guy beside me here?
Yeah. And I stopped out there to see Lonnie because he was feeling poorly. He had strep throat.
I don't know what he was sucking on, but...
But when you go to Lonnie's, he's got a big cattle fence gate there going into his property. I don't know how you got 12 cabins out there. How many cabins?
Yeah, there's 12 cabins left now.
He's got the pond and he's got the Cedar River, and I noticed. I said, "Well, that's something new." There's a sign there that says "No trespassing. Violators will be prosecuted." It is not that it's that orange sign that you can buy anywhere, Walmart, whatever. It's that he has it mounted on a headstone. That concerned me. And that's a big damn headstone.
Yes, it is.
Boo Hill.
First of all, where'd you get the headstone?
Well, actually, when I bought the property, there's a few of them out there.
Oh, so it was a cemetery.
It's real.
It was a cemetery, Hinkeyville Cemetery.
Well, if you go back in history, and I'm sure a lot of listeners there from the West Liberty, if there's any out there, used to be right up there as you turn to go north on the interstate out of West Liberty, used to be a monument company. Mm-hmm. Used to be there years ago. Now it's a car lot. Mm-hmm. And anyway, when that fellow went out of business, the fellow that I bought the property from had actually bought up his excess damaged or whatever stones.
Misspelled. You get it all out there. Norman P. Tucker died May 18th, 1972. Oh, damn it, I spelled that wrong.
Yeah.
Next one, do it over.
Yep. So he just bought them and used them for bank erosion control.
Yeah, well, I thought it was a pretty good deterrent.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've got a lot of comments from
that. See, Lottie just isn't as welcoming as you are.
Easy. Hey, what, that neighbor getter you guys was talking about for them guns?
Them suppressors?
Suppressors?
I don't, you know what, I'm not a big gun guy.
Nope,
I'm not a big guy, so I don't know. I mean, Lonnie actively shoots in that. So we got somebody on the phone. Hey, you're listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show. Who do we got on with us?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Hermit?
This is Hermit Longhorn.
Long time no talk, buddy. What you been up to?
Well, poor Hermit's been in jail.
You've been in jail?
Uncle Leroy drove up from Oklahoma last night and bailed Hermit out of jail.
What were you in jail for?
Well, me and Lester was out drinking a few weeks back, and we were walking in front of the courthouse, and we decided to water the lawn, and a police officer came by, and, well, he didn't agree with that, so it turns out Hermit had unpaid tickets and a warrant out for his arrest, so...
Oh, man, that's no good.
Just in time for the fish fry tomorrow, thank the Lord.
Right, so you're going to be there tomorrow, right? You're done with all the jail part, right?
Absolutely.
No more bread and butter?
Longhorn and the Port Lawaza duo is going to rock the fish fry tomorrow.
Wait a second. I thought it was the Port Lawaza trio. Now it's a duo?
Well, it was, but there was a member that kind of fell off. I guess the pace was too hard and fast. He couldn't keep up or something.
I'm going to tell you what, Herman. I stopped by, like I told the folks earlier, I stopped by the practice place there Tuesday night, and you folks are going to be impressed. Hermit, you and your boys. Now, I don't know if you guys are all related in there. I met your drummer and I met the bass player, so I don't know if you all are cousins or whatever, but let me tell you what, these boys did some picking, and I tell you what, you guys are going to be thoroughly impressed.
Well, everybody's pretty much related somehow or some sort.
There goes the brush
You go back
pile.
far enough, everybody's related. Heck, you go back far enough, we're related to the fish even.
Okay, we'll go with that. Well, we'll be eating some of our relations tomorrow, so.
Well,
There goes your cousin.
just wanted to let your listeners know that poor Hermit had to pawn his truck to buy the band gear to do the fish fry, and if anybody wants to help Hermit get his truck back, feel free to help out the cause and all.
He's going to put a Folgers can at the end of the stage right there, and it's donations for a new truck.
There you go.
Folgers can.
Well, the truck's sitting across the street from the Lincoln Center in that lot there, and since Hermit was in jail, I couldn't get the money to him fast enough, so poor Hermit lost the truck.
Oh, man.
But it's sitting over there. I mean, you'll know it's Hermit's truck as soon as you see it. It's unmistakable.
Yeah, I saw it.
I'm not sure what he's asking for it, but I'm sure there's somebody out there with a big enough heart to get it back for poor Hermit.
Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm pretty sure, Hermit, you can raise the funds after they hear what you boys start to lay out tomorrow night.
Sounds good.
All right, Hermit. We'll see you tomorrow, buddy boy.
All right.
Stay out of jail.
I'll try.
Just till Sunday morning. Then you can do whatever you want after that.
Well, the food ain't too good in there, and it smells too much like dude.
All right. We'll
best I can.
All right. Thank you, Hermit. We'll see you tomorrow night, buddy boy.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah, I don't know. What is the jail food? Not too good and smells like dude.
Does the food smell like dude or the jail
I have
smell like
no
dude?
idea.
I don't know either.
I have never been to jail, so I wouldn't know.
Somebody got some of your bait?
So anyway, you were out in Indiana. How much does a fishing license cost in Indiana for non-resident? Oh, please tell me you had a little fishing license.
They didn't really check me because I was using a Barbie pole.
Oh man, what did I tell you about buying the Barbie pole?
Not to do it, but it was the only thing I could do to get her into the water. After she saw that there was fish in the water, she didn't want to go anywhere near it. So I talked her into going to Walmart and getting one of those little kitty waist floaty things.
Yep.
And she was pretty happy with that. And then I said, will this get you in the water? And she says, maybe. And then as we walk by, she says, Dad, I want that, and pointed at the Barbie pole.
You got to pick it up.
I did.
You just handicapped that poor girl in her fishing career for the rest of her life. But I did notice, like I said, the Facebook pictures that you posted. And how old's your daughter now?
She'll be 7 in October.
She'll be 7, but you guys were fishing on a relatively a safe fishing dock.
Mm-hmm.
But she had her life jacket on.
Yep, she did. We made sure that while she was down there, she always had it on.
That's very good because even
if it's a boat or a dock, always make them kids keep their jacket on.
Mm-hmm. Right. And that's very responsible. And even though, like I said, even though it looks safe, it just takes...
Even though it's a dock.
Yep. It just takes a second for something to happen, and then there you go. Unless you're out with me and Randy, you take your life in your own hands. And I don't know if Trevor's going to ever go back out fishing with both of us.
Oh yeah, he'll go.
Yeah, he'll toughen up.
He might not go after dark, but he'll help us till 8.
Yeah, that's it. I'm out of here. Reverse vampires. We're gone. We're not doing this stuff. But no, it was a blast. And remember what you do here on this show. It's all good and good fun, and we respect the laws and rules and that, but just don't ever do what we say we do.
This is like a bad episode of Jackass when you guys go out.
We are trained professionals.
The only thing I missed was the grandson. He's never been on one and never seen something that big come up out of the water, like your little girl.
Right.
She probably never get in the water. You've seen a flathead come up out of there. It's about the same size she is.
Especially in the dark.
But I get him. He was with his dad for a week and a half, and I get him back as soon as the show's over, and he's my sidekick. And we'll probably go bait up Sunday night because Mondays I schedule light, but if they're die, you got to clean them. See, I got a big tank I can put them in if they're alive. But taking them kids, I wanted him to go, so.
Yeah,
a lot of summer left.
Yeah,
a lot of time.
And the river should be dropping as we speak, or I think it's supposed to crest sometime.
It was, cresting today.
Yeah, you know what? I could have swore it was dropping a little bit yesterday, but I'm not sure. Because when you go out there and you look at the trees and you see that good 2-inch water line, I knew it was.
That's because I just blew by there in my boat.
Right, exactly.
But we got more water up north coming down yet too, because they got a lot of rain up there.
And that's living on the Mississippi or living on the Cedar.
Hey,
even
Cedar.
Chicken Creek was way up.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Lonnie, I says, I can't remember when you've had a whole year summer with Iowa and the Cedar being this much water during peak fishing time.
Right.
I mean, it's just excellent. It's great.
Yep.
If you got a cabin you want to sell it, this was the year, because they don't know it. Sandbar's 150 yards out before you get there normally.
Right, exactly. But hey, we're going to slide in commercial break, and we're going to be right back with more Jerry's Outdoor Show. Hey, you're listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show on KWPC 860 AM and 95.1 FM.
Well, what the hell are we supposed to do, you moron?
Indian Creek Lure Company is your family-owned tackle shop. They carry the finest in bass fishing products. They carry items not found anywhere else. In fact, if they don't have it, you don't need it. Indian Creek Lure Company specializes in the more specialized tackle. Indian Creek also carries Dobbins and Denali fishing rods, as well as their own line of Indian Creek rods. They can help you spec out a custom rod that's the perfect fit for you, and they cater to bass clubs and tournament anglers. Check out their website, IndianCreekLures.com today.
Pierce custom rods are handcrafted of the finest materials available and designed to provide the most enjoyable fishing experience imaginable. Each rod features a perfect blend of power, action, and detail customized for the user. If you want the utmost in performance, quality, feel, and appearance from your custom rods, choose Pierce Custom Rods. Search Pierce Custom Rods and like them on Facebook or call 563-299-8645.
Is your boat not starting well or running to its fullest potential? Have Nigel at Tailwater Marine take a look and have it running tip-top again. Conveniently located on Mississippi Drive, just south of downtown Muscatine, Tailwater Marine has years of experience and the skills to keep you worry-free on the water. Tailwater also carries towables, water toys, and accessories for your fun and safety on the water. Call Tailwater Marine, 563-264-BOAT. That's 563-264-2628.
Mitchell Arms and Ammo has moved. Stop by their new location on Park Avenue inside the old Lincoln School. They are still your locally owned gun shop. Owner Troy Mitchell takes his time to find the right firearm to fit your needs. Visit them online today at MitchellArmsandAmmo.com and start searching their inventory. Suppressors will be available in July. They offer online pricing and local pickup. No freight or extra fees. Just add tax and pick up at the store in a few days. And warranties are honored locally too. Call them at 319-212-0239. And now back to more Jerry's Outdoor Show. If you've missed part of this episode or any other episode, what were you thinking? Give Jerry's Outdoor Show a like on Facebook. Listen to past episodes on iTunes, Podbean, and Jerry'sOutdoorShow.com.
Yes, we are back. We are back in the last 15 minutes here of the show. My wife was going to be on here today, Randy. She wanted to come in and do the show, but what was it, Wednesday night? Wednesday night we went. Me and Randy, and I took Mrs. Outdoor Show and Mrs. Brewer. We all went out to supper to talk about the fish. Right now, Tuesday night we did that, and we went down to VFW, checked it out. I said, why don't I just take you guys out to supper? So we went out to supper. And we were out to supper, and my sister-in-law lives up there in Wilton, and she gives us a call, gives my wife a call while we were eating. She said, Mia, that's my dog, Mia's sitting in the front yard. I was like, that's impossible. I shut both the doors. There's no way that dog could be sitting in the front yard. Well, we put her back in the house. So anyway, we got done eating and that, and said our goodbyes, and we said, we'll better head up to Wilton and see what's going on. Get home, and there's a bunch of my neighbors sitting out on the sidewalk, and my dog is up on our porch roof bouncing around. This dog has separation anxiety, And the thing must have jumped off that roof because she heard her paw. It's
that was the first phone call. Your dog was limping and it was running loose.
Right, exactly.
So what the heck happened?
And we got home. Here's a dog running on the roof. She had tore out the screen on the second floor there and was out there on the roof. And she was damn near looked like she was going to jump again. So she has to stay home today and take care of her dog. And she's been nursing that. And I don't know what to do about that dog. And then my wife finally said, well, you know what? We should probably get another dog because she's lonely. Cause I was like, no, that cycle,
like pigeons.
That cycle just will keep going and going and going and going.
What about a cat?
No. We got one. Cat don't care.
You got to remember, Jerry has to take care of everything all winter long.
Oh, yeah.
All winter long, yeah. Winter usually starts about October around my place. Well, does that say 52? Yeah, it's 52
I'm
today.
out of here.
I'm going. Bye. I'm going to Tampa. I'll see you at Christmas time. Send money. Bye. Anyway, so well, it's interesting, Randy. We were talking a little bit earlier before, and I wanted to talk about this. And Lonnie, you can jump in here. You're talking about now when we catch the cats, we put them in a tank. A lot of people refer to them as a flush tank.
Yeah.
You know why does somebody need to do that?
Well, you don't need to do it, but with the waters being rain and all the dirty water, it's just like a turtle. You can put them in a clean tank. Keep that water cool, keep it flushed, and you'll actually flush the flathead out like you do a turtle. It's going to be a lot cleaner meat.
Mm-hmm. So what we're saying when we say we're flushing, for people that don't understand, we're flushing the catfish out. We're taking them out of the muddy river, and we're putting them in this water, clean water.
Right.
And how many days would you let that happen?
Well, if you can keep them for a week. Is what I like to keep them. But if you see them slowing down on their breathing, and if your water's too cold, they'll fool you. Because I thought maybe he was laying there dead yesterday.
Yeah,
I touched him and he about put a dent in my tank because he just took off like he was brand new. Yeah. And it cleans them out. And even little catfish, I mean, if you can keep them alive in a live well in your boat and get them home and get them in a tank and keep that water flushed, change that water every 2 days, then they'll clean up too, the catfish will.
Okay, now
as far as the taste and the mud.
Randy's down on the Mississippi River, and Lonnie, you're up on the Cedar River. Now, do you find you have to do that too up on the Cedar?
On the bigger ones.
On the bigger ones?
On the bigger ones, yeah. Most of your 1 to 3 pounders you catch right out of the water like you're catching right now.
Right.
They're good.
They're good.
Yeah.
Right. They're good to go.
Them's a spotted catfish, and they're mainly hang out in the sand anyway. That's why they're so much cleaner. They do pick up a little bit when the high waters because of the dirty water, but them speckled catfish straight out of the Cedar are the best eating there is.
Last week we caught some flathead and catfish all about the same size, 1 to 3 pounds. Well, when I filleted them off, I fillet a majority of my fish off. The flathead was just white as white could be, and then the channel cat, of course, had a little bit of darker red tint to the meat.
But it's not dark brown.
No, it's not dark. No, and the wife's got them soaking in the refrigerator. She'll put them in salt water and let them soak. And
we'll cook them tomorrow.
But the flathead were just milky white. That's my size of fish when I go to fish. I prefer.
Yeah.
Anywhere from 1 to 3 pounds.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Unless I'm saving them for somebody, take pictures of them, anything over that. I'll either give them to somebody that's along the river at the time, or I just throw them back.
Right, absolutely. Well, like I said, usually on the bigger flyheads and stuff like that, only time I ever do this is when we have an event coming up right now. And that's a good way to get a lot of meat in a short period of time. It's fantastic. But like Rain's saying, it's on the Mississippi River, so that's a mud-based river, whereas the Cedar is sand-based. And that sand is one of the most natural filters are there. But now, like I said, we've been dealing with high water here. It hasn't flooded, but it's darn near close. Even Chicken Creek out there was way up where it was. And I was out there yesterday morning, started picking up a couple crappies, and this goes out to my good friend Nigel Phelps, who hooked me up with that motor. Problem is with the motor, it's a little bit heavier than the trolling motor, and there was a couple holes that I never noticed before until I had that motor on there. So I got out there probably about 5:30, whatever. Started about 6:30, and I was like, man, it sure is a lot of water back here. Where the hell is this coming from? So I kind of cranked my head around and looked underneath there. Damn it, there's a couple holes there, and the water's just streaming in there, just streaming in. It's like, all right. So I had to pull my boat out, go to drain it, go to Menards, get some of that marine putty, whatever,
Yep.
wash your hand. That took care of the holes. And by that time, I was like, I'm already down here. I might as well go get my prop changed out. So I went down to Nigel's to get my prop changed out. And I was like, all right, I'm already this far. I might as well go down and see Mrs. Brewer at the RB's down there by the Western Mall.
Yeah, the new shop.
And the new shop. I went down there, got some more minnows from her. Then I said, well, I'm already down this far. I might as well go down to Kilpeck. I got to Kilpeck because I didn't even try the brakes because I knew that was up.
And you know what? I went by on the way home last night.
Mm-hmm.
They're still open. Flaming Prairie's still open.
Yeah.
And so is Port Louise, our big timber area.
Right.
The gates are still open.
Right, because I got down there and noticed that after I put in at Kilpeck and got all the way down there. There was somebody backing a boat in. I was like, I'm down here. But that new motor, man, it really flies now.
Right.
The only problem is Nigel changed out the prop. We got the right size prop. And now I tell you, a better mechanic you cannot ask for. A better guy you cannot ask for. So we put he goes, this will make a difference. So we put that prop. I think it was a 12 pitch, and we went to a 9 pitch or whatever.
Right.
And boy, that boat screamed and it got up. The only problem is when I'm full throttle, it wants to bounce. It'll plane.
But you got nobody in the boat with you.
Nobody up front, and that light end is like riding a bunking Bronco or whatever. And so I have to get some cinder blocks or something and put up there.
Put your battery and gas tank up there, and that will help.
I don't know. That's still not a lot of weight because I got that big 25-pound anchor in there. But the wife is taking over the boat, and I got to build a big bench system.
Kitty, whatever they call them.
Oh, whatever. I got to put a flat screen TV, all this, a wet bar.
You got to pimp your boat.
A day lounge, all this, stuff I normally don't take on a boat.
An espresso machine.
But anyway, no, like I said, Nigel came on as a sponsor, and let me tell you, this kid's always busy, and this kid knows a lot about boats. And
he don't forget faces either.
He doesn't forget.
It's been a while since I'd seen him. In fact, I hadn't been to the new shop.
Mm-hmm.
Man, he knew it right off the bat. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you're kind of level. You're like Elvis walking in somewhere. Somebody's going to know.
He even knew. I just told him it's an older 80s. Boom, here's your plugs. Out the door I was.
Yep. So, I mean, everybody says young people are going to hell. Well, this is a kid that you should look at. Yep. So,
Good man.
Good man. I know his dad helps out there a lot, but I said a couple things. People, hey, who do I need somebody to work on this? Right, here's your dude. Now, don't get all upset because he has 15 other boats he's working on. He's,
I went in there and I seen a lot of the 25s and 35s laying there on the floor. I said, are these all used motors for sale? He says, nope, I got to fix each one of them.
Yep.
He says, that's my pile I'm working on.
Yep, absolutely. So with that, go down there, check out my good friend Nigel Phelps down there at Tailwater Marine. Used to be the old Henry Hamburgers, where Randy got thrown out of in 1978.
Yeah.
What was they famous for? Like 10-cent hamburgers or something like
quarter
that?
hamburgers and
yeah, just like that.
Dog burgers or something. It ended up. That was Terry Mealy's, and he was way ahead of his time on that fast restaurant stuff.
He was way ahead of the curve. Absolutely.
Yes, he was.
So anyway, we got the big fish fry tomorrow. Lonnie says we've got plenty of carp. Are you gonna start smoking that, or you started smoking, or do you need help?
We're gonna actually. We didn't get quite as many as we wanted, but we fished hard to get what we got.
Right.
And we've got several. And this afternoon, I'm gonna thaw them out. We got them in the freezer, all cleaned right now, and clean them up good this afternoon, and so that first thing daylight tomorrow morning, they'll come straight to the party or to the fish fry from the smoker.
The best way to get it.
Absolutely.
Now, you brine them tonight, overnight?
Nope.
You don't brine them at all?
Nope. Once we get done washing them, my dad, Eldon Ford, he just mentioned him, and my brother will help immensely, and the fish will be well cleaned and dry. That's something a little different than they like them dry, completely cleaned and dry, and then we'll put them on there, perforate them a little bit, and then we squirt them with a liquid smoke, and then we have charcoal just to start out the bottom with, the firebox, and then we've got green river maple we soak in a 5-gallon bucket, and then put that on for the smoke.
So all you people listening out there, listen to how much work is going in to what we're doing. It's a lot more than we're just frying up some fish.
Yeah.
Go ahead, continue. And by the way, if you guys got anybody that helped out,
anybody,
they can eat for free down, like your brothers and stuff like that. They can be part of it. Just invite them down there, and we're going to take care of them. Now, as soon as the show gets done here, I got to run up to TPC and get the plates. Now, this is a $5 all you can eat, or $5 all you can eat clean plate special. What's on that plate for $5, and you'll have to purchase another plate.
You can fill that plate up as much as you want.
You can throw it out the window after you give me $5.
Right.
You know? Frisbees. Right. Now,
if you want to get another plate and fill it up, just pay $5.
There you go. And I'm going to go up to TPC and get the plates right after the show's done. Now, I was going to get them those cake plates that are like that. No, I'm getting it.
Leftover fish on a fish fry is not a good fish fry.
Nope, that's not a good sign.
No.
That is not a good sign.
And we're going to have enough fish to feed from 400 to 400 people because we don't know who's coming.
Right. Yeah, this one, like I said, folks, this one is till we run out. If it's a good deal and everybody enjoys it, it's a good time, we'll do it again in the fall.
And we're going to try and eat from 4 to 7, so within them 3 hours.
Right.
I mean, if you can't get your belly full, you need to eat with me. Come on back to the kitchen.
Then we're going to have the coleslaw, because Randy said you can't have a fish fry without coleslaw.
No.
His lovely baked beans. His lovely wife is making the potato salad.
I'm sure glad she volunteered for that.
I'm sure she is. So when you see Randy sleeping up at my place for the next couple days,
you'll know that tater salad.
Yep. So other than that, it should be a good time. A bunch of my sponsors have sent signs and business cards. We'll have a table there. We'll have their propaganda up. I told them, I said, we're going to see how this goes. You guys can come on down to that, but don't bring anything. Don't bring, like Shannon has, mounted geese and stuff, or Troy with an AR-15 or something like that. Well, no, you're trying to have fun, and you don't want to be worried about your stuff sitting around. This is a bar. I'm sure there'll be
Just bring a business card.
Just bring a business card, this and that. And if it turns out that this is a big deal, we will make provisions to do it in October, and we'll set up so they can have a vendor booth or something like that. We'll just have to see how it goes. Hell, we might all end up in jail before the night's over. I don't know.
Well, if Brewer's there, chances are.
No, Brewer knows all that.
I lay floors for a lot of people, so I do get an extra sandwich if it happens.
So my question is, though, are you going to make like a big throne? You're doing the selfie with Brewer. Are you going to make him like a big throne, like a big Santa chair?
There'll be so many damn people around him, you're not even going to be able to get into her. Then about 8 o'clock, we'll have to make the announcement. Randy Brewer has left the building. Randy Brewer has left the building. Please disperse.
Yeah. Should I get you a copy of Randy's intro for the
in
for
this
the band?
corner, weighing in at 240 pounds.
So other than that, like I said, folks, I think it's going to be a great time. We're in the summer. Father's Day is Sunday right after it. So what a Father's Day gift it is to come down. You can skip the fishing and all that.
Right.
We already got it done for you.
Got your Father's Day supper.
Bring your dad and fill his belly.
Yeah, we got the dishwasher all ready to go, which is a 55-gallon barrel with a trash bag in it. We know how to put it on a fish fry.
We're going to have Silky
Jones?
Silky Jones to come down.
Yeah.
And then there's a big old one-eyed guy, buddy of mine from years ago. He was a prison guard. He's up in Washington.
Yeah.
A guy named Doug Cullett. We NK, we call him Hoss.
Yeah.
But good people. And like I said, everybody that hears this station, my buddy from down at I get the gold minerals from Walker.
Yeah.
They need to come up. If you can hear us, come on in.
Come on in, say hi to everybody. It just shows our appreciation for doing this show and the big response that the community has given us for doing this show. I don't know why, because it's the silliest hour on the radio, but you listen to it, you're welcome. It's our way of saying thank you. Come on down and meet everybody that's involved. I didn't know where Brewer was going with the big one-eyed guy, but hopefully it was good. Hey, we're going to see you all next week. If I don't see you at the Fish Fry tomorrow, so long for Jerry's Outdoor Show. Bye-bye, folks.
You've been listening to Jerry's Outdoor Show. Special thanks to Indian Creek Lure Company, the Sicilian Pizzeria Wilton, Mitchell Arms and Ammo, Pierce Custom Rods, Tailwater Marine, Deaf Guy Taxidermy, and RB's Outback Bait and Tackle. Tune in every Friday morning at 10 a.m. right here on AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.